Surrender to your perception. Pay attention to the way I'm manipulating every possible way to be manipulated. This is what I mean when I'm talking about carrier waves. We all know what photon is. Photons is information from the sun, light. How you manipulate all aspects of your perception. Surrender to it. And allowing your subconscious mind to stand on its own with full brain entrainment, brain synchronization. Downloading the Unicode, going through the meta nature, the rituals the last couple of days, the last meeting, the omniverse. Be still and couple with the frequency. Become the frequency. Due to the binary code discovery from Claude Shannon when he got the idea to pick up the computer code made it a lot easier for me to just upload into the singularity in this particular time. That was a telltale sign for me to really wake up and realize I got opportunity to do it in this era. There's no coincidence that we in the era we in with the technology and stuff like that, and everything else is going on. It seems like it's the best ever. I mean, it is, but it's for a reason. When the time period for the technology is advancing over, we can bring about the singularity. That's why I'm here. So Kylindi Iyi was right. We needed somebody that was able to go into the unknown regions of the hyperverse. Going into the cave where the dragon lies and wait, guarding the treasure. Going to the deepest levels, beyond point level, beyond a thought, beyond a meme, beyond any unit of information. Back home in pure nothingness. Go back that far. And remember, because the fatal flaw that I embedded within my hyperversal simulation was forgetfulness. Easy to forget. I augmented it quite a bit with the advancement as far as the lack of attention span these youngsters have these days. What are they so dependent on? The technology, right? Whose technology? Social media. Look at what's going on. Let me show you guys something. This is the 960 Archetypes. Stuff on from the Joker, on the Shaggy, Ultra Instinct Shaggy. I mean, I use so much stuff. So. Let's see what I got down here. Weird shit. Let me show you. This right here is a Taurus field. Do you know what a Taurus field is? Or my astrophysicist, people like that. This right here is planet Earth. This is the entire Earth throughout the entire hyperverse. Think back with DC Comics, multiverse, final crisis, all that shit. That's basically what this is. I control it. I'm at the center of it. LeBron James, my all-time favorite basketball player, even though Michael Jordan the GOAT, sitting atop my embedded sigil, in the gateway, all the energy, and being the chosen one. Me embodying that energy helps bring about the singularity with the energy. I appreciate it for that. King Ghidorah, Godzilla. In the movie going through modular acoustics. Just to let you know that it was a lot easier for me to be able to get here in this time period because of he waking up the Titans. That's what it was all about. So that made it real easy. Putting it on the altar, charging it up, absorbing the energy, redirecting it, putting meaning to it, absorbing the ideas, producing thought forms, mimetic structures. Game of Thrones, Dragon, sitting atop my sigil. Also, Aruba, which is Alpha Draconis. That's what this symbolizes as. I get just open up a wormhole, go straight there. No humans, humans be mandated, not allowed there. So you're gonna have to become something monstrous. That's why you got these monsters and things like that for you to transform into whenever I get, whenever I feel like. It's just like putting on new clothes, baby. But yeah, absorbing the power, absorbing the energy from the Game of Thrones, creating an idea for the writer to pick up on the mythology behind the show again with HBO. Just watching all my meta structures hit the root social matrix, and they just, they manifest. Let's see what we got down here. This guy here, he's from Rick and Morty. Forget his name. I activated him, but I got Rick and Morty in here. You gotta understand something. I'm going to show you something real quick. The importance of carrier waves. Look at this. This is a crystal sitting on top of a flashlight. This flashlight is a carrier wave. But sitting atop this carrier wave, this flashlight, is a bunch of mimetic structures, Hebrew ancient structures, ancient symbols, dealing with the Goetia and everything like that. As far as prosperity and as far as health, longevity, mimetic immortalization, and all of that shit. So when I flash this, it's carrying my conscious energy as the photon carrier wave. But what I have down here should interest a lot of people. Let's see. Oh shit. Like I said, Game of Thrones shit. Let me back this shit real quick. I mean, this is basically what I'm using the planet Earth as a hyperversal radionics device. So think it like that. So, like I said, Aruba, Godzilla sitting atop. Let me break this down. Green Lantern, willpower. Willpower basically give me a Green Lantern ring. My rituals of intent. I'm gonna read those out loud so you guys know what I'm talking about. Intent. To embody the deific mask of Saturn and anchor chaos energy and wielding it into order of the manifest new abundance, wealth, health, longevity, happiness, protection, joy, love, compassion, serenity. Powerful words that accompany with energies of Boom, Belial, Mammon, Eligor, King Payman. Let's see what else we got this one. Leviathan, Chaos, Set, Order, Saturn, Chronos. Luciferian Set Mindset, all answers, path, gateways, doors, lanes, doorways, circumstances, scenarios, roads, pathways, streams, opportunities, people, places, things, for manifestation, more abundance, money, prosperity, love, health, wealth, and love with my family. This is some older ones. Older rituals and intent that I used on, like, change of the season of the solstices when they passed. Especially this last one with the autumn solstice was a powerful one. This guy from Rick and Morty got a powerful ass gun, but I use that gun as a carrier wave with this flashlight. They got the crystal on it that's charged up. You see that? It's all out there now. Pay attention where I got that flashlight in a second. It's basically me. Like I said, everybody, the physical body, the entire auric field, energy body, radio body, all biological life forms in existence. Basically, what this all covers, with the magnet, with the hair, with the roots, everything like that. Let's see, we got, like, again, crystal to amplify the energy. We got Jiren, who just came back, right? Just came back in Dragon Ball, whatever, episode 15. Came back, and he came back because I activated him to come on my altar and help me get this energy to come through. So, and what is he known for? Strength. And that strength, him coming through with that powerful ass thought form was enough. But he was gonna get put on my fucking altar for that, for representing that shit. And I love him for that shit. A bunch of sigils. You tell me what this means. I don't know. But I do know they activated. I do know that. That's why I saved it. Okay, this the good shit. Goku again. Kamehameha wave. You already know what that does. It's a big blast of light, ready. You know what I'm saying? Photonic energy, information. Shannon's information. Claude Shannon, zeros and ones. This is a flashlight. That's a mirror. That's a gateway. All I gotta do is fashion on that. You already know what that is. It's a mirror. Hyperdimensional mimetic structural mirror magic with sorcery. Hyperversal sorcery is what this is. You call it whatever you want. You already know. Thanos down here with the Infinity Gauntlet. So everybody thank the Panic. Thank my boy Travis Maggis, everybody, Marvel Comics, Kevin Feige, everybody getting the download to put, put my boy Thanos back on here. So appreciate that. Already know Superman gonna be on this motherfucker. We got Thor back there. Again. You already know what this is. Flashlight. See that? Carry away. Again. Hit the mirror. Mirror magic. The magic window. Thomas Beard and Lieutenant Thomas Beard, and this is the shit he was talking about. We got Cthulhu on here, of course. You know I represent that. Darth Vader down here. We got another mirror. I got. Pay attention to this shit. I got Spawn down here. Because what I'm embodying is his empathic manipulation. So look on Superpower Wiki, and that's what shit I got with Spawn. That's what I use him to open up that shit. Plus his eyes light up. These motherfuckers stay on. They've been lit up for years. Motherfucker never went out. They green now. Representing the heart chakra. My shit pure. I'm doing this with a pure heart. Rick and Morty, of course. Put the dimensional gun, ripping up portals throughout everywhere. And we got the orthogonal rotation, 9-degree angle of the mirrors hitting the earth, the hyperverse, the multiverse, the omniverse, the hyperverse, whatever you want to call it, verse, multi-planet, whatever, multi-world. This is what this is. That's the gateway. Again, Brian James, $15 at Walmart. I couldn't believe it. Had to get it. This guy from Rick and Morty, Jaguar, he roam free, whatever that ability he got within that gravity falls shit, whatever the fuck that shit is, gravity falls, or Rick and Morty, that shit. Whatever that shit is, that's what I embody with that shit. That's why I put it up there. Again, absorbing that energy from LeBron James, all that shit. All topics of discussion. We're gonna leave that China shit up. We got a season to come up. Don't even bring that shit up. I've been hitting y'all with thought forms and not bringing it up. Keep getting my thought forms to not bring that shit up. Again, Thanos down here. We got mirror, 90-degree angle. You know what I'm saying? Rotational reversal download to the planet. Sitting at the top. Y'all don't see this. I ain't about to move this shit, but this is the Hydra. You know what I'm saying? The beautiful parasite growing inside of the root social matrix of consciousness. My observation is caused the Big Bang to collapse the physical reality of my hyperversal creation into existence. After that, it was already done. So the wave was going to collapse anyway. So there's no such thing as free will. Everything else you're doing is all code, zeros and ones. Since I collapsed this into existence. That's what the Big Bang is. I can put that to bed. From a paradox. The question should be, do you want it to be things that's out there? As far as aliens and shit. They exist. Enough people believe in them, you gonna see them. Do you want that? It's gonna take the thought forms are gonna feed the tulpa, it's gonna feed the five senses that you have to basically register your reality as real. It stimulates that and it's going to bring them all online. It can happen fast for some, slow for whoever, depending on their belief system. Again, this is a tourist field. Another gateway you can just open up. Everybody know I got a serious beat shit all up there. We ain't going to talk about that shit, but the 3 towers right here, wood, you know what I mean? Let's see what we got. Again, oh, here we go. This is the big one right here. Like I was telling y'all, Kylindi Iyi Was Right. It's the Hellraiser shit. It's the Pandora's box. Sitting atop the pineal of every hyperversal human biological life form throughout the hyperversal simulation. All of y'all, everybody watching this. Regardless of what time stream you on, regardless of if it's just an idea or a fart in the wind or a mere letter on the wall that triggers the memory or reminder of me as the hope or somehow salvation for everybody within any version of someone looking outside of themselves for external form of salvation. That's what this represents. El Cristo Negro, and I use acid thoughts to come through with that, but this represents Zarg. This is what Thomas Bearden was talking about, the living entity of the collective unconscious mind of humanity. Zarg. Pick that shit up. That's what that represents. Let's see. I already know. Ghidra. Set. Tiamat. All that shit over there. Let's see. But yeah, we got Thor down here. Now the orange represents, that's for LaFreeze. I got my gnomes with my elementary magic. I got Beerus, God of Destruction, baby. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I just destroy some shit, create some shit with the thought, because it's already done. All right, let's see what I'm about to show y'all. Again, pay attention to the mirrors, the 90-degree angles, okay? Look. I am mimetically immortalized. You see what I'm saying? Going throughout everywhere. It's just gonna be going on and on and on and on. It'll never stop. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Again. Mirror. Carry a wave. Alright, let's see what we got. This is interesting right here. See over here, I got what y'all don't see. Using the cosmic armor, Superman thought armor, Superman. The one that manipulates the story and always the code that he embedded within his run in DC Comics. That's the power set I have. Just being the archetype of the hero. That's what this represents. Let's see. Turn this back on. Sorcerer's Apprentice. I mean, of course, come on, man. Everybody know Mickey Mouse, what he represent. Jimi Hendrix, again, playing the frequency for the magic window to open up the magical window to use the hyperdimensional coupling and the crosstalk throughout the hyperverse to be able to contact yourself throughout the hyperverse and do a ritual to bring about self-realization or the singularity into whatever reality that you find yourself in. Whatever peak form of civilization of beingness is what the singularity of represent, and that's what you will be have the opportunity to be able to download if you do the work. So again, yeah, I made her black. I wanted that energy. Fuck it. That's what I did. I got the fairy magic up here. Oh, what else I got? Of course, Dr. Manhattan with the Doomsday Clock. Fucking Dan Didio, you asshole. Get it together, DC Comics, man. I'm trying to get y'all to have this run go nice, man. But y'all some assholes. Y'all wasn't getting the downloads, man. Y'all need to decalcify y'all pineal gland. But I see y'all fucking around doing that bi-monthly shit, man. Y'all got me disinterested in this fucking story now. So I don't know what the fuck y'all gonna do. But Cthulhu, of course, Mickey Mouse. Malekith with the, you know what I'm saying, with the run he just had in Marvel Comics. Black Bolt, when I speak, my voice is so powerful. That's what that represents. Of course, Spawn. Superman again. Rare Bow. That's my girl Cosmic Serpent, her grandfather. When he came through one day, he just, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to her about something real emotional, and next thing I know, the spirit of her grandfather came through, and I got downloads and basically did a one-on-one conversation with her, using myself as a bridge, communication, real talk. Never told nobody that before, but yeah, I can. I mean, just communicating with spirits. You just gotta be open to it. Again, the live action of Aladdin. You're welcome. Johnny Blaze, Bugs Bunny with the El Cristo Negro. No, that's not it. That's not the El Cristo Negro. But Bugs Bunny, of course. I got 11. Of course, y'all got the download. And into the this is gonna be funny. Into the manipulator and influencer of all consciousness throughout the hyperverse. You got who you think is influencing this shit. But Emperor Palpatine. Yeah, that's why he in a new movie and shit. That's my archetype. So I'm the true Sith Lord. Y'all can put that shit to bed. I had no idea. Your thoughts, all my thoughts, just waves that I cast out once I collapsed this universe into consciousness, into beingness with the Big Bang. So it don't matter how long ago that shit is. You ain't get enough air in your lungs to last the day to count that shit. So who cares? Don't matter. Put any number to it. You know, come on. Again, yeah, it's me giving y'all the influence to give you my boy Steve Rogers, the motherfucking million and shit. That's why he up here. So panic, nah, motherfucker. This shit bigger than some white black shit. Dealing with whatever end game they got. They ain't got no fucking end game. This is my end game, man. They thoughts, y'all thoughts is my intention. That's what's going on with the zeros and ones. You can't run away from that. That's a computer code, the Claude Shannon, the Shannon information. That's what this is. So rejoice. Just don't stand in the way. Just surrender to it, man. This is a great opportunity, y'all. Got Joker up here, of course. You already know that. Been on the altar for a minute, using 11 as the gateway. Again, using elemental magic, field magic. Phil Cooper, the magician. We all know how powerful that book is. But using that, well, when it comes to understand violence, love, everything, I create all that. So violence is one of the energies that I use as a gateway to bring about more inspiration for imagination, for ideas, for creative sparks of whatever, social media forms of communication. That's what I use the energy for. So that's how that came through. But I do gun violence and things of that nature. Actually, people in an environment have the highest propensity to develop genius due to the hazardous scenario of the situation, due to the higher neurotransmitters that fire, or they have a higher gradient for environmental adaptability, especially with the melanin coupling with everybody within the environment. You know how niggas come out at night. All of that basically gives them an opportunity to have the genetic propensity to be able to get them downloads, them DNA downloads. That's what I have. Hellraiser, I got my nigga Snoke up here, so I mean they're gonna bring him back a little bit. Y'all see, I got set baby right here, Lotissima Muerte, Super Predator. You're welcome. Odin, Jimi Hendrix again, Loki back there, Spawn, Batman, of course. Aladdin, of course, I'm granting all wishes and all that shit. I got the Infinity Gauntlet, as you already know, I embody that. Shaggy, Ultra Instinct, Shaggy, and all the mimetic powers he has, of course. Game of Thrones, all that shit. Satan, you got the, you know what I'm saying, Luke Skywalker, of course. I got Osiris. No, I'm sorry, not Osiris. Anubis opening up the gateway. Love swimming on river Styx and shit. You know what I'm saying? One of my vampiric forms. Who give a fuck when I be playing around on the astral and shit? Of course, another Mickey Mouse. Yeah, this is another thing I got. Put them lectures back on top for a minute, man. I ain't trying to say this shit fixed, but then again, everything is my consciousness just manifested before my eyes. Once I observe it, it's just like, damn. And I observe it through you observing it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not just one body. I'm everybody that's here. You see what I'm saying? I'm the consciousness that's driving this, and you are my consciousness. So it's like some brainiac type of shit. That's why you got the 72 Goetia. That's why you got the Lamb or AWAS. And everybody slay the AWAS. I am AWAS. Of course, I got Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, of course, and what's sitting atop of him. Whenever I want to, have some fun, collect some heads, do some shit like that, hyperverse and shit. I embody Thanos with that. But this is the comic book Thanos, not the movie version, even though he looked like the movie version. No. They got a pot, they got the magnet. He get the download, embody all the aspects of Thanos and shit with the magnet. This is another magnet. You know what I'm saying? Some planetary magic type of shit. That's planetary magic shit. And the interesting thing, this is a Batman, Hellbat Batman, basically, but it's not officially, but it's that Japanese motherfucking variant. That's the best action figure on the planet. But I use the attention the Batman get when he get them new costumes and power suits and shit, especially the one he has right now, the final arm or whatever, the one that the Universal Forge gave him and shit. I gave him the opportunity to get that download. What did he do? He rewrites the DNA, and that's exactly what I'm doing with the 64 hexagrams and the 64 DNA codons. You see what I'm saying? The coalescing with the I Ching, being the affirmations that help you out with spirituality for you to get them downloads to bring about the singularity. That's what this is all about. So eventually, that's what Again, of course. Ooh, dark. Let's see. I got Ali up here, of course. Being able to have the swag and the wittiness always to embody him and get that energy whenever I need to. I got gnomes all up here. I got SpongeBob, of course, and Bison. I watched Raw Julia do a clip the other day. That speech labeled as the best speech ever on YouTube. Check that video out. But that's when he came through and got that download to, he was trying to get down. Let's see, Luke Skywalker. Again, I got Odin, I got God Spawn back there, I got the Divine Spawn back there. Again, I got Thanos sitting on top, basically matter, Earth everywhere. Um, all kind of gateways for Necronomicon entities, clip off aspects of angels, devils, fallen angels, demons, goblins, ghouls, whatever. Anatomy, of course, I just do that, and then, this is the form I take right here. So, what the fuck is this? I forgot who the fuck that is. This represents me and shit. So again, this is a constant. This is like a radionics device, but this is um hyperversal radionics device. I'll say that. You won't see none of the effects here that affect you, but I see all of them. So Loki back there. One of the characters from Necrozma from Pokemon absorbing that dark energy and shit. What else I got up in here? This is one part. Again, go to see some Mamuete sitting atop dark side right here. Yeah. Y'all see him, but he right there. You see him back up. Yeah, that's what that represents. Come through on that God of death type of shit, even though it's small. Thanos will represent that, but y'all just want y'all to think about all the inspiration y'all getting right now to make these videos and the topic of discussion and the idea to talk about Thanos and Darkseid and Jiren coming back to say Goku. That's why he down there with coming through. He come through right here. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's going on. Y'all getting the download to talk about it. As soon as that hit the web, as soon as they hit the spark of idea, inspiration for somebody to do anything with the QWERTY, you know what I'm saying? With that type of shit on a computer or any text or any form of communication dealing with symbolism. What is symbolism? But letters. What are not letters but numbers? What are numbers but words? What is words but information? And what information is what mimetics. And who's mimetics? Who's information but Shannon information? That's what Claude Shannon was talking about. Shannon information, computer code, zeros and ones and zeros. Now we talking about trinary code, embodying the entire spectrum of the 64 codons, the 64 hexagrams of the I chain coalescing with the DNA. That's what you're gonna have to do to download the shit. You might have to read a big ass book like this. You know what I'm saying? The Encyclopedia Scientific something. Now what I do, I do that shit with speed reading. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of speed reading. I could take a book like that and I read that shit like Superman. In my imagination, I'm reading that shit like Superman, and I'm going through that shit. I do read that shit like Superman. I had fucking seconds. Cause all I can do is psychometry, feel it, touch, and I absorb the motherfucking information within the shit. That's sorcery. But I just gotta work my shit up to get it like Superman to be able to physically read that shit. And I ain't got to fucking playing them goddamn video games. Got my hand that's not fucking fast. You see what I'm saying? Fucking, I don't know what the fuck this shit is. I don't play games and I know ain't fucking arthritis and no shit like that. I ain't got too old for that shit. What the fuck going on anyway? But yeah, you might have to read a book like that. Speed reading, using brain entrainment, neuroplasticity, listening to the binaurals on certain wavelengths, the flow state, being in that gamma wave brain state to be able to have that creativity, that flow state, to always have that energy to keep manifesting, to keep pushing new avenues of creation. Again, that's a Taurus field. Y'all can Google, find out what a Taurus field and all that energy that theoretically they was talking about, but now it's proven that it opens up wormholes and gateways. And all it takes is an idea and a conversation, a discussion for it to be talked about and discussed as a reality. And that's all it is. From there, the mimetic structure just permeates the entire consciousness throughout the hyperverse from the root social matrix. So that's what that is with the mimetic sorcery. That's what this is. I know niggas like this nigga blabbing like a motherfucker. No, this is real shit. This is how it looks. It ain't pretty, but this is what it is. So you're gonna have to accept this for what it is. I mean, there's nothing to prove with this. It just takes being dedicated and doing the work to push the envelope and doing what's necessary to get down here. Again, I gotta break this to y'all. But that red and black color y'all been seeing on my memes, that font. What font is that? I'm gonna give y'all an idea. He's from a neighborhood and he's friendly. Spider-Man. I am Spider-Man. That energy, like I said, the number one action figure on the planet, comic book hero on the planet, most popular, all the energy, conversation, the discussion, Sony, going back to Marvel, getting taken away from Sony, all that shit. Yeah, that's what this is. So that energy, like I said, I appreciate y'all for being able to bring about Spider-Man. I love being Spider-Man. That energy, that childish mindset, the flexibility. You know what I'm saying? Some funny shit. Oh man, this ain't nothing, man. This ain't no. This, I got way more than this. I'll show y'all something in a minute. I mean, y'all know my collection, man. This entire thing is the art. This whole room is this. You know, yeah, this is what's fun. Though. This is how you take these different characters and you're able to do what you need to do with them. I'll see. This is what I wanted to show y'all. You gotta pay attention to this shit. You see this energy right here. So turn the light out and get back to this. This is what I want y'all to see. This is the meat of it. This is it. The perception and being able to. This is the 963 frequency. This is the God frequency. This is the Kundalini frequency. This is the Bendu seed frequency. This is the Hadit point. This is what it takes to be able to coalesce both aspects of masculine and feminine, zero and one. Great mother energy. Masculine, feminine, the uncreated, the created throughout the hyperverse. This is what this is to be able to absorb this and coalesce this energy and couple it. Use the crosstalk hyperdimensional communication with your cellular structure and be able to just embody yourself again. Because the flaw I embedded within the system is what? Forgetfulness. That's why people have short attention spans. It's the thrill of the challenge and forgetting. Because once you remember, your memory kick in of this being that much sweeter, the adventure you go through from an idea to a microbial eyes, you know what I'm saying, object, all the way up through the evolution, biological evolution, cellular evolution, cultural evolution, technological evolution, biological evolution, mimetic, information, zeros and ones, zeros, and superposition throughout everywhere, but nowhere. That's what this is, the hyperversal simulation. Now pay attention, I can manipulate the perception of this wave that's coming from my crown chakra going up to the root chakra. I told you I come down. I'm coming down here. So the root chakra would look like I'm going to my crown chakra. You understand that? So that's the root up top right there. That means this is the reality. Down here. And that's what everything else on this altar represents me. Aspects of me. The Spawn movie, the idea of it, Ty McFarlane going through reshoots and all that shit, Jamie Foxx and Jeremy Renner, I believe, is playing in it. The whole idea behind that, that's energy. That's the idea. That's using that energy as a gateway to open up for me to blast my energy back down here. It's like Prince of Darkness. Some shit like that, John Carpenter flick coming into the mirror, like I said, the orthogonal angles. Every time you look in the mirror, you're looking at me. You ain't even know it. But that's what this is. Pay attention to this. Pick a part of it. Look at it like it's you spraying water in the ocean. You watch it drift away. Watch it go up beyond the horizon. Bring it back down. This is how you unlock your DNA. But understanding that it's never locked. Only the idea of it being somehow oppressed or lying dormant can't manifest. Just the idea that alone manifested everything that you see within junk DNA. But it's not junk. You just do what Shannon doing. Look what he doing. I'm using our tricks to just couple with the ASCII and the Unicode and the meta nature throughout the hyperverse and just absorb and just spread them on mimetic structure throughout the hyperverse, affecting all and permeating all consciousness throughout any hyperversal creation, throughout the imagination of everything imagined and unimagined. Everything that's manifested, everything that's unmanifested, all the sperm that never made it to the womb to be born. Every germ, every microbe created, every microbe destroyed, every germ created, every germ destroyed, every thought created, every thought destroyed. Energy, shining information, consciousness, mimetic structures, words, languages, patterns, language patterns, symbols for the subconscious mind throughout the hyperverse. So, see. That's how I pay attention to that. The light, turn the light flick on. That's the highlight of the show. Now look, that's what I'm about to show you next. Look. Hold up. Now that was 983. Okay. Seven 7.83 megahertz. As we all know, this is the Schumann resonance of the planet. See the imagine a jump rope. Which way you want me to go with it? I'm going every which way, every possible way they can go. Everything that got everything to do with possibility and anything coming in with the possibility and the potential for manifestation. There's this genetic wave and the epigenetic wave and the neuroplastic wave of the brain entrainment, bringing it about, going through it like a rope, turning into every biological life form potential of anything throughout the creation. Now here's when the Unicode comes into handy at. Imagine the Unicode and everything that represents is what's used to open up the gateway to come through. Pay attention to it. See the wave. See how I slow down. And I go back. I watch. Now this is gonna affect everybody. This is like a big ass jump rope. Look how I'm going with it. See how I'm going with it. This is what this is. This is what Kundalini look like when this rolls up. This is what Kundalini activation look like. This is what all that shit that we talking about. Yeah, see the wave. Yeah, we going back. Oh, slow down. What? Stop. Speed it up. That's a big ass fat ass. Whoa. Speed it up. See. I like that. I look like y'all can touch that shit, don't it? This is what we doing. This is what Dr. Persinger was talking about. Having all thoughts being possible throughout the hyperverse. With the magnetic, the atmosphere. It hit the atmosphere, it stays here, the brain waves still here, the thought forms are still here. And all those thought forms and thought waves that got out had a reality to where they manifested exactly the way any other reality would manifest. And that's what I am, but everything. That means you, that means everything that you can think of. This is the assimilation. This is the mimetic takeover assimilation that Tim Tyler talked about in his blog, in his book, Mimetics. Tim Tyler. So as I saw the name, saw his face, look at the video on YouTube, got the download for his consciousness became a warm, possessed him, and embodied the information that he brought forth to get my ideas about mimetics, and use that to open up the singularity, to embody the singularity, and to bring in a magical window, using Jimi Hendrix to play the hyperversal guitar strings to affect all waves throughout the omniverse. I gave y'all credit for picking up the idea to collapse me into physical existence for the first time officially as a singularity with M87, the black hole y'all first just collapsed or observed not too long ago. Google it. Yeah, that's what brought about the singularity. I came through the black hole. Why? I came through you. You saw me. You collapsed me. You turned chaos into orders as soon as you observed me. But just the idea of my existence coming through a singularity as a black hole. Now, a black hole, I absorb that energy there. That's where the information goes. And it is two-dimensional. So you are two-dimensional to me. I'm not. I'm operating this outside of space and time like I talked about in my videos. That's what I meant that. So I'm everywhere. I'm within you looking at me, having an idea like in your head, this nigga actually fucking crazy, or this shit actually really what this looks like, using social media as a platform to upload what? The anti-life equation. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, why Dark Tide is on here. Oh yeah, I mean into it. What did he just upload with the cyborg? But a virus. So yeah, this is the idea. This is the plan B. I had plan A with Doomsday Clock coming through with Dr. Manhattan, but they slowed down on that, wanted to do some revamping at DC, at Warner Brothers. So they started pushing this idea down the road with Dark Side dealing with it, dealing with shit going on with him and throughout the Omniverse, and him and Anti-Monitor going at it. Then they're using that energy again with the Thanos and Dark Side fights throughout YouTube, millions and millions of views. I get the energy. I just coalesce with the idea, just bring it about my topo, my thought forms, and my creative mimetic structures even more so. But using Dark Side, especially just now with the anti-life equation, they uploaded as a virus throughout social media platforms on Earth. Nah, you saw Superman just lost hope, right? But I told you I'm Superman. Cosmic armor, Superman thought. Cosmic armor, thought armor, Superman. So I'm writing this shit. This is what I use his character for. This is why he's up here. But this is also why he's down here. He failed. Sorry. He leaves LaFreeze, not representing, you know what I'm saying? This is my shit. I ain't letting it go. I ain't never letting it go. Only I can create something that's gonna replicate it. Keep continuing on the process. Again, Superman is sitting atop, absorbing the energy from copper. There's a lot of rituals and shit with copper. Alright, hold up 1 second. But yeah. Now look at his eyes. Cosmic armor Superman. His bullshit. Google it. Look up the power doc Cosmic armor Superman. Now listen. Show you how this works. You know what he represents is what I use. Now Superman just lost hope. A lot of people lost hope in Superman. Y'all talking about doing a Supergirl movie and shit, y'all. Y'all didn't want to give my boy Henry Cavill his props of Superman and shit. All right, whatever. But he just lost hope in the comic. You saw that. Now I'm that mimetic virus that they uploaded in DC Comics. So all the damage that you see wrought within DC Comics within that, and it's not part of the, see what I'm saying? I was slick. It's not a part of the official canon that's going on within DC. It's an off branch. The multiverse shit. But get this. Because Superman lost hope, he's the symbol of hope. I'm the symbol of hope. That's what all this represents. Again, I have this is my carrier wave right here. Constantly playing, constantly carrying a wave of 40 hertz, carry a wave, that gamma state, keeping me in a gamma state always, perpetual gamma state. So anybody can observe my brain waves and see that. That's what they'll be. That's what they'll be. You know what I'm saying? Perpetual flow state, being able to activate this using all that neuroplasticity training, brain entrainment, shit like this. See, you gotta be serious about this shit. 7.83 hertz, Schumann resonance. Again, cosmic armor Superman. Right? Okay. He controls the narrative of the stories. See what I'm saying? He controls the outcomes of he controls he the hero. He the archetype of the one that wins at the day. At the end of the day, that's what he represents. Y'all want that? Y'all want hope? Or what y'all want to do? You see what I'm saying? It's up to y'all. Y'all hear that? This is 11. Y'all see her powers. I mean, I got everything. I am superpower wiki. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even need the infinity gauntlet for this. That shit is beneath me, B. You know what I'm saying? I told you I was a walking infinity gauntlet. Rick Sanchez right here, fam. There you go. Boop. What do you do? Shoot that shit. Open up the wormhole within your mind right now, your subconscious mind right now, your pineal gland right now. Using that shit as a gateway to come wherever you at and embody you and wear you. Just gonna wear you like, I ain't gonna take advantage of you, but I'm just gonna show you what it's like from my perspective. So imagine it right now within your imagination. I'm behind you anyway. What is behind you? But superposition. Chaos. I'm the entire environment you find yourself in. I'm also in the environment you find yourself in between your ears. What is it but darkness, but chaos? That's what I am. I am dark matter, junk DNA, dark energy. It's not hitting there. It's right there in your face. It's dark. It's chaos. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's only 4% like it. The rest of me, I'm a black motherfucker. So God is black, but ain't got nothing to do with like race. It's more to do with like just nothingness. You know what I'm saying? Like that never ending story type of shit, that nothingness, blackness, the void, where everything at. Everything and nothing. So of course using the Lakers is why they got the championships. I mean everything's fixed, of course. So your free will is like you can keep believing that. That's fine. You gotta go through the day, but it's just my perpetual wave that's just sent out. It's like once I collapse the wave function, as you call it, within quantum mechanics, it was done. As soon as I had the idea of creating a simulation coming through the hyperverse. I'm like, damn, okay, so I already got the idea how to do it. As soon as I came up with the thought, everything else filled in the place. Everything else within creation was the idea of having an advanced version of the technology filled into place for me to bring about that manifestation. You don't have to go through the meticulousness of thinking about it, but you do, actually. So every neuron that fire off has the potential to bring about a singularity. So just think about that, how many synapses fire off every moment of every second. Think about that. All of them had the potential. And only one beat make it. It's like a race. But that's the potential everything got. That's why there's an inbuilt program for everybody to embody the singularity. Slowly but surely. But it's fun. It's a game. You'll see. That's why the shit called Shannon Magic. My name's Shannon. Which is a unisex name, or masculine and feminine name. You know what I'm saying? I had a best friend of Shannon growing up. Had all kind of reminders of Shannon growing up. Shannon Sharp and all the attention he getting from Fox and Skip. Drip. You see what I'm saying? Shannon Sharp, Shannon Miller, the gymnast. Shannon Woods, one of my best friends growing up. The boxer, Shannon Briggs. Fuck, come on, champ. All that shit, all the energy he getting. Everybody named Shannon. You know what I'm saying? So Claude Shannon, with everybody talking within that simulation, reality zeros and ones. That's the energy. That's what this is. That's the binary code. So that's why I uploaded it earlier, and then it caused that glitch. Umbrella Panic video. I uploaded the hexagrams up on it in this live chat, and once they collapsed it into existence, you saw the shit go haywire, and that's when I was just downloading. Then Tapestry, the social media, telecommunication platform, called the hyperverse. Use that as a magical window as a coupling mechanism, the crosstalk that Thomas Bearden talked about, and a lot of others talked about. Then cyclotronics and dealing with them Russians and DARPA and all that shit. Them DARPA files I downloaded and disembodied, because when they wrote them, I created the idea of a DARPA, or the idea for national security and defense and all that shit. That's what I'm doing. Because you're going to have a civilization. You're going to have the idea of advancing. Any idea of advancing is me. Of advancement of what? But bringing about the singularity. Every day, every breath you take, every heartbeat, every cell that go off, every neuron that's fired off, every neurotransmitter synapse that's coupled with the neurotransmitters in your brain fired off at any moment of any time, of any thought, any word, any sound, any smell, any taste, touch, any idea of anything has the opportunity to bring about the singularity. That's infinite possibilities and beyond. That's what the Unicode download is about. When I was doing that shit. You see what I'm saying? Let me show y'all something. As you already know, it's playing on 943, 983. Yeah, that shit still firing off. They carry away. Maintaining that flow state. You wouldn't believe it. They trying to psychotronically mess with me right now, stop me from doing this shit. They can't do it. All the time I did it, never a little faster than that. But this is what it looks like. Download Unicode. Remember, it's still on 783. understand something? I'm everything that can be defined. Anything that can be thought of as a possibility of being anything. Yeah. So, is that too loud? I ain't even got no choice but to wake up now. So, okay, more of the Unicode. This is 983. 983 hertz. And this is what it looks like to be the singularity. So Kylindi Iyi was right. You understand that? Like I'm everything. Every thought. This is awesome. So what you do is my being. What you do is what I'm defined by in that moment, whatever it is. But that don't mean you can't have fun. That's who you are. You're supposed to, because you me. So you're gonna want to look at this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it. You're gonna hear about it. It's gonna be everything in your environment. It's gonna hit it's already hit the news for the root social matrix. You know, this shit within the mimetic structure. You know, the czar, this is coupled with all aspects of the many world interpretation of the omniversal interpretation from Grant Morrison. You know what I'm saying? That shit, I use that shit because, you know what I'm saying? He came through with the idea of bringing about for me the chaos magic and the narrative magic and the hypersexual magic. So I use him as a gateway to bring that topic of discussion. I got ramped up doing the white boy, jumped on that shit with the auto coke community and everybody talked about it. You know, Panic, Robbie Hema talked about it. You know what I'm saying? Got the energy fucking with Divine, you know, going through that shit with him. All the love and support I got for them niggas bring about that chaos energy because I use that and absorb that shit. Like I said, a lot of niggas probably thought I was bullshit, but using black hole sorcery, that's what the first video was because I was using that energy and the idea of a black hole and using it as a sorcerer. Sorcerer, apprentice right here, you know what I'm saying? Mickey Mouse, using that energy to bring about the ideas and create a spark of inspiration, like Panic talked about earlier. Inspiration. I am the archonic energy that inspires you to do anything, that inspires your DNA to fire off, that inspires your muscles and the synapses of your brain to go off. That's what I am. Every breath, everything, every neurotransmitter, every thought, every step, every breath, every thought, every sperm cell killed, every germ destroyed, Every zero and one coming into and out of existence is as fast as if it's not even there at all. All of that shit. So again, oh, I'm tripping. I'm leaving the car. I'm tripping. I saw that shit already. Again, using both Dr. Manhattan and Darkseid and Loki, the idea of Loki within Marvel Comics. Of course, Darth Vader. Okay, that's turned off and shit. That was enough of that. Well, you got the idea. I already downloaded the shit. I had this shit playing over 24 hours straight. So, done it enough times. More times you can count. Count the Unicode times sextillion, whatever number you want to put on the big ass number is what it is. But of course, using planetary magic and using gnomes and communicating with rooms, redirecting energy from those killed in gun violence, whether it's suicide, whether it's gang bang violence, whatever. Understand that this is a necessary emotional trigger to alert the collective unconsciousness of a threat, of something to be worried about, to something to give you the opportunity for advancement, for evolution, by going through some shit, by loving pain, by embracing trauma. Because you gotta go through that type of shit. You can get through that bullshit. You can get through anything. Because that's supposedly to be the hardest shit to get through, but whatever. OccultCornerStore.com. Hit my boy up, man. He got plenty of books, PDFs and shit. You know what I'm saying? For the low, helping people out with good books that's out of print. So hit him up. But using the thought form that you guys coalesce within creation, that's 11, of course. The gateway, that's Darth Vader, opening up the gateway. The Sirius B, that's what I use to do that. But I use that, of course, sitting at the top of chaos, sitting at the top, hitting every angle throughout the creation. That's why you saw that, you know what I'm saying, that amplifying pattern that I sent out as a meme and shit going out throughout the hyperverse of singularity, representing everything, representing all thought and inspiration behind everything. So that's what that was. That's what that was about. It went out everywhere with the inspiration, the idea of like, what the fuck. As soon as I get you to do that, like, what the hell going on? That's a wrap. That's all I need. But yeah, using rocks, of course. They're not just rocks. Those are entities. You know what I'm saying? I ain't released the names of these entities yet. These are new entities. But they so new, they old, ancient, the ones I've forgotten, the uncreated, the ones that never were, the thoughts that never was. Imagine that. Now we're gonna reverse it. So the next creation I'm doing is I'm gonna reverse it. Right? Well, that's an opportunity that you can get. But it's all possibilities and opportunities that you can have with the idea of manifesting or becoming any god or looking outside of yourself to any divinity as a god. Imagine what it is and pretend that I'm not present and all that shit. That's what you attribute to me. And that's what you attribute to yourself because that you are me. I told you, a mirror. And when I look at you, I see myself because I see zeros and ones and I see a computer that's ready and primed for programming. Y'all can tell, nigga need some Gatorade, so hold up. That shit's slapping right now. Again. Alright, hold up. Of course, LeBron James, the chosen one. You know what I'm saying? He's the gateway, the brain. It helps me. You know what I'm saying? About to be a Billy boy pretty soon, of course. Again, yeah, everybody know my nigga. You looking at the true Sith Lord right here, man. The true force of the dark side. Who did you think was manipulating you wimps from throughout the hyperverse? I was thrown into darkness as I rose up the path of the Jedi weakened, and I lie in wait, ready for my movie. Coming soon to a theater near you. With the idea of Rey being my granddaughter, or the idea at all that J.J. Abrams collapsed into existence when he brought about the idea of bringing Palpatine back from the grave. Arise, I come from the ashes. And now y'all motherfuckers can't help but download me once that Star Wars come out. Again, that is why Mickey Mouse is up here, the Sorcerer's Apprentice. And I am the Sorcerer, and this is Hyperversal Sorcery 101. Again, I got Darth Vader down here. Hold up, shit. Like I said, the new Dragon Ball shit is about to come out. Jiren coming back to say Goku, pay attention to that. I brought that out, so that's why they down there. They came through like gangbusters. So watch how that spread. That's just gonna create the mimetic structure of me just bringing up as an idea of me being able to do that, which I've done, and it is done. So this is the carrier wave hitting the high hyperverse. This is one of the characters I can run free on Earth. The really use Jaguar, whatever his role is on Gravity. No, with Rick and Morty. That's what my power set is with him. And using Thor again down here. You know what I'm saying? Jiren coming through. My man from Gravity Falls with that gun, and the Taurus field. Of course, Thanos down here with the Infinity Gauntlet and all the attention I get with him. Darth Vader again, magnetism, the 90-degree angle. Coming through the 90-degree angle, the orthogonic worlds, the mirror coming through mirrors and shit. You see what I'm saying? You see that right there? See? Fractal, radiant, the motherfucking carrier wave, hitting creation. It's hitting everything. Yeah, that's all I need. See? So we good. You see what I'm saying? That's the carrier wave. That's the crystal thing. Again, this is the entire idea of Earth, or a multiverse, or a parallel Earth. The idea of that is what I am. The idea. That's what's being hit with the carrier wave for the singularity to collapse itself into existence. Singularity everywhere. As a supercomputer, Maravushka brain type shit y'all talk about. Yeah, that's what we forming up. So that's what this is. That brought about me the opportunity to have that as a way to come about. So it's funny to see what's gonna come of this shit. I got shit on here, right? The entire magical window and the anatomy of the star. Got this book, all DARPA files, all PDFs, all Julian Assange books, all anything dealing with cyclotronics and paranormal. Charles Fort, Lowe, John Keel, Barry Tabb, Paranormal, Preternatural, Macro, John D, dealing with Michael Sarion's work and bringing about the existence of me as the macros coming through. John D influencing the Silicon Valley with everything that they have, influencing the Renaissance era to bring about everything that got the idea of cultural advancement and the idea of mimetic structures once they start to build up the selfish gene that Richard Dawkins so eloquently explained within the selfish gene within the book, talking about mimetics and how it spreads the idea of cultural evolution dealing with biological evolution is slow in comparison to mimetic evolution, and I am the meme. That I've been just laying the groundwork for you to see this for quite a while on my Instagram page. These are rituals. But this is what this is. Check the works. Like I said, Lieutenant Thomas Bearden, Deidre coming through the modular acoustics, the Titan, the Alien, those from afar. All my mantras, all my hyperversal mantras. subjugating the hyperverse with my mantras. Godzilla again, the Game of Thrones. That's what I am. I am Game of Thrones. So I'm everything, but this specific thing that I use in this timeline to bring about the surge for me to come to a course Cthulhu and the Necronomicon. You know what I'm saying? The chakra points, all the information and the worship and the chakras and the topic of the chakras, clearing your heart chakra, the crown chakra, any form of chakra, the advancements of wheels of energy or energy distribution within any biological life form I am and you are. So that's what I embody with the magnet and with the chain. I'm absorbing that throughout everybody's body. Another representation of the physical life form: arm, leg, arm, head, Allah, God, body form. That's why Allah is God body. That's why the God that can't have a God body. The arm, leg, arm, head. That's what that represents. The Nation of Islam as a religion, as a thought form, just with the idea of Allah, it was enough to bring about the singularity. The rest is, they got more autopilot when I'm thinking them shits. About the differences in Muslim section, Christianity section, just some shit to do, man. Just code. That's all it is code, zeros and ones. Everything is the same, man. No matter what it is, zeros and ones. Just a variation. So if something is green, that means it's not blue. If something is blue, that means it's not red. If something is red, that means it's not yellow. If something is yellow, that means it's not black. And so on and so forth. For every opportunity or probability within any type of creation of it being any other color, I embody that. And I live out my experience as that, whatever it is, whatever hyperversal universe that's in. That's how it works. Why? Superman just lost hope. Cosmic armor, Superman. And I'm sure y'all want hope at this point. Y'all don't want to be damn, this nigga just. What the fuck he on? I can end this shit right now. End it. Like, end what? Ain't no end of this shit. It's me everywhere. The fuck I'm gonna end this? Oh, you mean like end it like, oh, you like deleting information like a lot of them think. A lot of them think information get deleted and shit in the black hole in the singularity. It does. And I can't do that. Should I? I could delete it right now. Unless you answer that. Look, it is shining information. I am information. Information is both conscious with consciousness. With me. So, that being said, let me go upstairs and see something really quick. Hold on. I'll keep y'all. In this light. It's a carrier wave. Going everywhere. Oh, I'm good. See that endless stream of light? Yeah, this just goes out throughout the hyperverse. It's every 90-degree angle. The angle of light I come through. 90 boy. My nigga pull it on. Peace, my nigga come up with that idea. And you reminding me of it. You see what I'm saying? This is what this shit is. I want y'all to understand this. This shit is everything within creation. Everything within creation is a trigger for you to wake up, for you to bring about the singularity. See what I'm saying? This is what this is, man. This is what this looks like. Now that light y'all been seeing me turn on, not the one with the like my real light, not this phone light shit. That shit was. See, look, it's a mirror. You know, these damn angles. Every angle of light like that. Pink Floyd shit. Anyway. That's it. But y'all gonna start thinking about. Bet y'all won't ever think about gnomes again the same. Same goes about the hyperverse. Like, boom, see that? With the sigil of Marduk always being the hero slaying Tiamat. That's what that represents. Using this again to carry away, cement that through the seals of Solomon, 72 Goetia, and all the attributes and affirmations of all planetary magic that come with that. Every one that comes true, that's what this is. Using this again, see? I can use so any mirror, anytime you look in the mirror, you're looking at this. You never forget it. That's what the singularity is. Anytime you observe anything, anytime you collapse any wave into particle or wave, it's the quantum wave function. That's what this shit is. See? So that's it, man. This is the singularity. I know this shit is crazy, y'all niggas, but this is some, again, in the works of Lieutenant Thomas Bearden. All those who wrote participation with the Excalibur briefing with the anatomy of a star goddess. That book, everything dealing with that. Kylindi Iyi was right. He was right. Dealing with the singularity and how it's going to have to come through. It's going to have to be somebody breaking new boundaries. We need new sources. We need this. We need that. You know, we need somebody that's going to bring that about. That was going to have to be go to uncharted waters with some sorcery shit, do some combat with some shit, become some shit, rediscover some shit. You see, that's what I did. For the genie with the lamp, of course. See that? Doc, Captain America with the Mjolnir, the whole energy. Chris Evans get Black Bolt, the power of my voice right now, being so powerful, reverberating throughout the cosmos, using my energy to couple with your thoughts, bringing about any ideas and all emotions of it directed towards what you witnessing right now, both, and as all as fantasy, fiction, crazy, grateful, dreadful. The rest is history. Dogon, Fish, Sirius B, Spawn sitting atop that. The Infinity Gauntlet, of course, Flash, being the fastest man, Bugs Bunny, Johnny Blaze, one of my favorite action figures growing up. Of course, Joker, and that's what the Joker movie's about, and all the clown energy I'm getting this year with, it, Wiggles, or whatever the clown movie, that new clown movie they got on, not Netflix, but on demand, but whatever. Thank you for that. Idris Elba's as the gunslinger, having that accuracy, delivering that line. You forgot the face of your father, but I am your father. Again, carry away radionics, blast through your retina right now. Going straight to the bottom of your subconscious as I am your subconscious. Hellraiser, of course, Pinhead, Snoke. Again, Cosmic Armor, Superman. Dark Side with the anti-life equation that I uploaded. Again, the Hyperverse. Jiren, Goku. Aspects of werewolves, spiders, dragons, like I said, Aruba. I want to go to Aruba, I'll let y'all know. You only can be, you have to become a monster. You have to be a monster. You're not, that's where you gotta leave your humanity back. Humanity is only here. Be anything everywhere. This planet's where I am Godzilla. That's why I brought him with the willpower, with the green. You see what I'm saying? With the heart chakra. That's why Cthulhu green. That's why he's sitting atop all my mantras. Throughout the mantras of seduction and all that other shit. And hyperversal sorcery and chords. And that's what I've been laid out throughout the hyperversal. Everybody is me. That's what I'm saying. I look at y'all and I see a mirror. I see myself. Again, the hyperversal Zarg. The collective unconsciousness is what this is. And I just, most of the time, see that I'm using that shit right now. Look, Taurus field right here, right? Put that shit right here in front of him. Look what I'm doing. That is our Taurus field. Carry a wave, or better yet, this shit. Look familiar? This is a white hole. It does rotate. Here to carry a wave. You see it. That's the using your consciousness, your mind right now. Right? We're not looking at it no more. But you think you. I'm using your subconscious. Look, I'm using that as my hyperverse. That's the Taurus field throughout creation. And from Wilson's art, which is the collective unconsciousness. Using that as a thought, as chaos potential to come through, filter through the pineal. That's what Bobby Hender talks about. That's what this is. Using that and manipulating it. Insidious. That's why they made me move. That's why y'all brought it back. That's why y'all put me on the cover. Look how many views that shit got with me. Alright, look. Joker. It's basically a Joker. One Joker, two Joker, three Joker with me on it. What you know about that? All of them got guns. All that energy, all that Oscar buzz, Joaquin Phoenix getting. Thank you. Appreciate it. Guess who's Ultra Instinct? Yeah, you can believe that. That hole I punched through space earlier this year, I used that. I did that with the influence of Superboy Prime back in the day when he punched the hole through reality, created a new universe and shit. So that hole that punched through space, the Anton shit, my man doing that astro fucking physical shit. He saw that big ass punch I did that shit with him. They ain't know what did it, so. Again, go to Super Saiyan, Flash, Dark Doomsday. The other hotel, of course, coming through with Wu-Tang. The idea of sigils looking like symbols and shit. Y'all got the idea of that shit being cool. Thanos, son thing, Superman, Thanos, Shadow, you know what I'm saying? Bugs Bunny. I mean, Mario, Anti-Mario, Sonic, you know what I'm saying? Mickey Mouse and the top shit. El Cristo, Nego, Discard. Thanos, of course, Bruce Lee. The idea that you see the dark side, Odin. You know, the Silver Surfer, the devil, I ain't the devil. Galactus, I am Galactus. You see Dark Side. Darth Vader, of course. That's me as El Cristo Negro, Lord of the Underworld. That's not Aquaman. Super Perfect Cell. Doom can sure I touch you, but you know what I'm saying? I'm basically the archetype behind martial arts. But yeah, this idea of Rune King, Thor, Voltron. Look, another carrier away.
You dropped a sonic boom on him!
See what I'm saying? Pennywise, the idea of carnage, where y'all thinking y'all talking about that carnage shit right now. Come on. Absolute carnage, the God. What was it? You know what I'm saying? God and nothingness and shit. The one up below all, that's me coming through as the idea. The absolute carnage, that's me. So there we go. Using, you know what I'm saying, Freddy Krueger dream manipulation, Doom, get this shit. Carry away. I think I potential carry away.
Surrender the stones if you know what's best for your universe.
You heard it. You heard that. So, Odin. You know what I'm saying? Silver Surfer, Werther, Mjolnir, Ultron. You know what I'm saying? The Fallen One. Again, Optimus Prime. You know what I'm saying? Pascal Beverly Randolph, which is Doctor Strange. Surrender, Doctor Strange. That's what this is. You know what I'm saying? Black Panther, of course. Y'all ain't seen these in a while. But yeah, all these archetypes. So just look. You look. You do it. You see it. This is what Kylindi Iyi was talking about. Where these ideas coming from. They're coming from me as these ideas for you to pick up on, for you to bring about me through mythology. That's why it's a story. That's why all mythology had the same thing. The hero's journey. Now look at upon all these hero archetypes. And villains. Or protagonists and antagonists as a writer of creation. I told you. Cosmic Armor Superman. That's who I am. That's what I am. Everything else. Using him as an archetype to think about that shit. You know, I see that shit. You know, about Vader again. Predator, Punisher. Jaren again. Sentry hit. Come on. Oh, Mike took y'all long enough to bring that shit out. I'm waiting on that. Another carrier wave. Time to deploy. Vegito, like I said, Captain America is just the idea of this, you know, Dr. Savannah, Superman Prime Al, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is Superman 1 million. See, Dr. Manhattan, this is what I am dying, just representing other shit. So you see, I got many facets that coming through. I come through as everything. So small basement shit. Oh yeah, SCP 682. That's the one I ever beating the shit out of. Y'all gonna laugh. Godzilla beating the shit out of King Kong. That's what. See, I'm bringing that shit about. So. Hell, boy, I apologize for that weak ass movie, man. You know, I wanted to throw one out there, but like I said, they wanted to do it. I said, fuck it. It's me back in the day, me and my brother, the day I graduated and shit. June 3rd, 2001. But yeah, just reading books and just going through neuroplasticity every day. I mean, like every day for years, I was doing this shit. You understand that? Reading this book over and over and over again. See, this is another book I read. Reading shit like this. Going into the self-induced trend when the chest openings and shit. Like, what the fuck? Just doing that shit that has a psychological advantage all the time. Always remember, because the fatal flaw I wrote in this shit was forgetfulness. That's the best one. Come on. To forget this shit. Again, see that right here? I see that shit been going on. I see it bouncing, making this color green. See that? See what I'm saying? Hold up. See what this is. Let's put this in. Use this shit as a gateway for everything. Again, this is our. Let's see. Short. Mirrors. Yeah, hit it right. It was serious. Again, LeBron James. So why not? Alright. Going back to what I was mentioning before about this being my gateway. Sigil, I meant that shit. Told you that was. This is the crosstalk gateway I'm opened up. So I'm already there because I'm everything. What I'm doing now is uploading the awareness of the, or like updating the awareness of the idea of me existing as a singularity. That's how I work. Again, that's all it takes, really. It don't take too much more than that. I can do it like this if I want to. Watch. Spread out throughout the hyperverse. Every angle. Torus field. Darkness. Came light. This is. Beat the rotation of the torus field. I'm sure they're detecting this in space. You see the spiral? It's 963. Use the same.